we have to talk about Crunchyroll and how they keep lying about every single game they release. For those of you who don't know, this video is going to be about Crunchyroll games, not Crunchyroll, the anime company itself. I don't know nothing about the parent company. We're going to be talking about their game publishing division, which is nowadays more hated than even Nexon. And that's a lot to say for gacha gamers if you know about anything about gachas. Nexon is probably one of the worst publishers out there, or one of the most hated ones. And Crunchyroll Games is taking that crown from them. So, for those of you who don't know, One Punch Man World is releasing next month or at the end of this month. A lot of people are excited or were excited until they saw that the publisher it's actually Crunchyroll Games. Now, why do people hate Crunchyroll so much? Well, first of all, they have more games that they have abandoned than actual game published. If we go to free to play, they have right now 5 games. They used to have like what, 10, 12 games. They actually had to change this website in order to avoid drama because they had more games abandoned. In Street Fighter Duels, for example, they have a lot of banners that are paid that on the Asian version are normal banners and not paid. So they change a lot of stuff in terms of monetization while they should only be publishing the games and translating them. And the biggest reason why people don't like them is because they closed down a game called Paycone, which is Princess Connect Redive. This is a game that was loved by its community, one of the most popular gachas because how free-to-play friendly it was, but it was not making enough money for them to keep it alive, so they decided to close it. Now, one thing you have to understand is that they actually are making less money with games like Bloodline rather than Precone. So they close it for no reason, leaving all of the global players without a game since they cannot really play the Japanese version because, well, of course, language barriers. So what are we going to be talking about today about One Punch Man World, Sefi? Well, it's something really important about, as you have seen on the title, how they keep lying, and it's with this here, with the pre-registration milestones. Now, most gachas lie with this. Most gachas will tell you, oh, we've reached this amount of pre-registrations. But in reality, there is no proof of this. Now, sometimes these claims are not too outrageous, right? Okay, maybe a couple million people interested in the game. But usually it's, within expectations of what we can expect for the gacha community to be interested in a game. But One Punch Man World and Crunchyroll are claiming that this game has 10 million pre-registrations. Now, I'm gonna bring something to your attention, right? So this is their Facebook page, 88,000 followers. This is their Twitter, 14K followers, which I have to follow. Let's follow them since they are releasing, well, in a couple of days, and we'll be trying this out. And then I wanna bring to your attention a different game that also on release had 10 million registration, which is Honkai Star Rail. Most of you know Honkai Star Rail, right? That is arguably one of the biggest gachas out there right now, and MiHoYo is the biggest gacha company in the world. There is no discussion around. So they did reach 10 million registrations, and so for some reference, they do have 1.4 million followers on Twitter, which is not fair because the game is out. It's been out for a while in comparison to One Punch Man World, but we can take it as a good reference, right? 1.4 million versus 14K. And then they also have their Facebook, which has almost 800K followers in comparison to 88K. Now, this is me calling Crunchyroll just liars. And I hate when developers are lying to me because if you are lying to me when it comes to simple stuff as this, what else are you going to be doing with this game? And your track record is precisely not the best one out there as a game publisher. So, I just don't trust Crunchyroll with this game. I love One Punch Man. I will be trying the game out, but my expectations are already quite fucking low when it comes to this game. So another example of this amazing, right, 10 million per registration and a lot of the hype that this game is generating can be seen on the trailer. So this is one of the trailers that has 136K views, which quite a few of dislikes. And this is the other trailer, which also quite a few of dislikes with almost 600K views, which again is pretty good. Almost, a little bit over 500,000 views. But if we take it to in comparison the trailers from Honkai, which also claims to have 10 million registrations, as you can see, it's 16 million views for the final closed beta trailer, not even for the other trailer. And then popular characters like Bailu, 23 million, which was used for promo. That's why it has 23, and not so many people were interested in the character. Kafka, for example, one of the biggest characters in the game in terms of fan service and how many people love her, right? 8 million views that trailer. So when we talk about these things, you can see the difference. There is a clear difference between Honkai, a game with real hype around it, with the real millions of people expecting the game, same with Wuthering Waves, Zenless Zone Zero, and something like One Punch Match World, where, let's be real, it's a niche already for people who like the anime. There is not 10 million people waiting for this gacha, like, oh yeah, we really love this game, we're expecting this. And in fact, I even believe their Discord is not even that big. Let me check. So here is the Twitter, the Discord. So the Discord has 22,000 people in here. Now, for reference, the NIKKE Discord, I believe we have like what? Around a 250,000 users, so 250k, something like that, which again keeps proving that most likely they are lying about the number. And I do have problems with this, because if you are lying about these numbers on the registration, most likely there's going to be a lot more shit going on in the game. I haven't checked too much about the gameplay because I want to go blind into the game. I might check the rates, I might check a little bit beforehand. And most likely we are going to be trying this when it comes out, which again, it's in 3-4 days, I believe. We're also going to be playing Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. I'm excited for that more than One Punch Man World. But we'll see how it. I just wanted to talk a little bit about this because I just really don't like these companies. I just don't. I don't. Like, you are already making a gacha, which is, speaking without filters, the lowest form of, effort you can put into a game and the worst monetization possible, in my opinion. You can disagree, and we can agree to disagree. I love gacha games. It's the only thing I play in this channel, but we can agree that they are bad games. They are a bad monetization system. And if we add really bad companies with even worse interest, then this is what we get. The company like Crunchyroll Games, where they don't care about the games, they don't care about the player base, and the only thing they care about is grabbing a couple wells before they go into their next anime game, which they've released 2 or 3 last year, and let's see how many they go for this year and how many they do close. So that's I just want to talk a little bit about these guys. Do let me know what you think about Crunchyroll, if you are expecting the game, if you're interested in trying it, if Crunchyroll being the publisher makes it for you harder to get into the game, or it's a factor for you to decide if you're gonna play something or not. I'm just gonna wait for this one, just a short video ranting about Crunchyroll, my favorite publisher. Will probably never get sponsored by them, but it's fine, all good. Thank you for listening to my rant, boys. Love you all. Thank you to my patrons for making this content possible. Good luck with your pool dinner dates, and see you on the next one.
役立たずは楽園から追放するのみ。ブランとノワールのショータイムです。天地万物を切るとはこういうことだ。